Welcome to season 2 of Zooming with Dan. Zooming with Dan came about last year simply due to COVID-19. Technology provided us all with an opportunity in the MND space to hear from many people within the MND community. And I was fortunate to have such a wide variety of guests throughout the year. All 20 guests that I had were memorable and certainly very unique. Some guests had MND, some were carers, some were volunteers, MND Victoria staff, health professionals, fundraisers, and many more. But each story and each episode was certainly inspiring and more often not informative with various information that was shared across this platform. This year we are back with Season 2. The MND community, as I've said many times before, is full of amazing people with some of the most inspiring, powerful, informative and emotional stories to tell. It's a simple reason I had to do this again. It's one of the best parts of my job, meeting people with MND and others within the MND community. Sharing these stories, I think, is an important part of what we do at MND Victoria, and I know that many people out there want the opportunity to share their stories, and tonight's no different. I'm fortunate to be joined by a man that you can't help but love and admire. I've known Kairul only for a couple of months, but from day one, I just knew that more people needed to get to know him and hear his incredible story. So without further ado, hello Kairul, how are you?
Hi Dan, and hello to all your viewers. The disease is affecting my voice, so I might be a little bit so sorry for that in advance, but I'm doing really fine. So it is a bit cold outside, but I'm chilling inside with heater on and everything. So yeah.
No reason to apologize at all. How about we start with a bit about you outside of MND, before MND, because as I've said, and we'll learn a lot more as we go on here, but your story is incredible. So start wherever you want to start.
Yeah, my story is like everyone else, it is about planning for the future. I came to Australia 2005, and after finishing my study, I got my permanent residency and fall in love with Australia and wanted to live here. So after that, it's all, work and planning for the future, having a family for me. So yeah, so before MND, I was just your average guy on the street, working 5 days a week. Yeah, and weekends always going out, having fun with your friends, mates. Yeah, that's how it was before that.
You're a bit of a party boy, I believe.
Not really, but if I'm in a mood, then yeah, it's hard to stop, I guess.
That's the way. What did you do for work?
I had a small cleaning business. I was doing quite well before MND hit me. So, so yeah, I was doing really well. So it took time to start. Pick things up, but when I finished, it was really good. I was going some places. Yeah. So
yeah, I heard you had a really good business there. Let's you've touched on MND a couple of times now. Talk to me about the beginning. When you were first diagnosed, and even just before that time.
Well, it started actually 2019. Maybe it started before, because you never know what's happening inside inside of you, we are so busy about outside stuff, very hard for us to understand what's happening inside. So 2019, around October, November, I was feeling that my right toe is playing up. It wasn't working well. So I went to see my GP, and before that year, I had gout attack. So I thought maybe the gout is coming back. And because I was going to overseas to bring my wife in Australia for the first time, she just got her visa. So I was very excited. I went to see the GP and I said, just give me more medication. I'm going overseas, having fun. I'm gonna bring my wife, start a family. So I didn't think much. And so December, I went to Bangladesh, my country, and bring my wife on. We landed on 17th of January 2020 in Australia. And because my wife was complaining about that I'm not seeing a doctor, so the
All
very
wives are the
day
same, Kairul. My wife would do the same thing.
Yeah, she was little bit worried. So the very day we landed, I called from the airport, made an appointment with my GP, and we just, came home, put all the baggage, and straight away went to see the GP. And straight away, GP sent me to Werribee Mercy Hospital. She didn't say much, but I guess she thought there is something big going on with me. It's not only the toe, I guess. Yeah. So we went to Mercy, and that day, because they don't have MRI, so it was small CT scan, and then they send us back home. So on Monday, I went to Melbourne Hospital, and they admitted me there, and for 10 days, it was like a lot of blood tests, lumbar puncture, MRI, EMG, all those stuff. And the fun part is, like, every time a result coming in, it was all negative, nothing there. And I was saying, yes, nothing there. Let me go home. And but when 27th of January, the doctors, they asked me, my wife, and there was my brother-in-law, who is also a GP, my sister. They put us in a room and they said, we're suspecting bad news, which is MND. And that time I don't know what MND is, I mean, I know Stephen Hawking, and I would also like to tell a small story, which is another. I mean, these are funny story because you don't expect this from life, And the funny story was, when was the ice bucket challenge going on? My brother-in-law actually nominated me. I still got that video, and I did the challenge, but I haven't make the video. So even that time, I didn't. I mean, I never thought this could hit me as well, So honestly speaking, maybe that's why I am trying to reach many people, because almost every story with MND will find this thing, that no one suspected that they're gonna have it. Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, your story certainly would resonate with many people that know a bit about MND and that unknown journey right at the beginning. You've touched on your wife, E.T. E.T. is Ume's nickname. You touched on that she'd never been to Australia, and I find this incredibly, it's a crazy story and a very sad story at that she'd never been to Australia, and day one, you've landed in Melbourne from Bangladesh and you went straight to hospital. And then the journey started. So as you've said to me a couple of times, she's never had a day in Australia without MND lingering over you. So it's a good segue into you introducing your wife. And I say that because she's an integral part of you and what you do and living day to day. So how about you tell us a little bit about ET and the incredible support she is for you?
She is very incredible by herself, When I got married to her, and I was thinking, I'm gonna take care of this woman. But little did I know that she gonna take care of me. And she is such a strong person, And I mean, it was hard because we fall in love on Facebook, which we are using right now, and that on 2015. But we got married in 2018. So I have spent time with her, maybe, face to face, maybe 7-8 days in 4 years. So when she knew that she got the visa and she's coming to Australia, it was like, for both of us, it was like, our dream coming true. It is the ultimate goal, You can watch I would say, the end line of this race, After that, you're gonna live happily ever after, the kind of thing. So she, for her, it was very hard, I guess, and very surprising because from the start, it's just, when we went to, when you got into the plane from back home, we didn't suspect what is waiting for us, back here. So we haven't have any a normal day in our family life so far. But honestly speaking, as you have, told your viewers about my positive attitude, it's not mine. I'm a disabled person now. I need emotionally as well the people around me to feel me better, And she is doing it day and night, even because my hands are getting numb. So even for sketching, I had to wake up late night. Could you please sketch me here, sketch me there? And she is doing it without any complaint. So yeah. Without her, it's nothing. Without her support, no, I couldn't have done it.
Yeah, she's an incredible woman, and you're an incredible couple. And just the way that you describe that, this is not the way that a bond should grow. But just to see the way you're both handling it, it's inspiring. I use that word a lot, but it really is true, and it's, I guess, a good point to raise, because at any one time there's around 450 people in Victoria living with MND. But as you and I both know, Kairul, that if it wasn't for their loved ones and their carers, you couldn't live as well as you should be. And carers, are impacted by the disease as much as yourself and all those others living with the disease. So a big shout out and a big thank you to all those carers out there, just like ET is for Kairul. And many people can't do what they do without that love and support and that vital care. So thank you, ET, and I'm sure your story as a couple will inspire many others. Talk to me a bit about your day to day. Obviously, as we all know, the disease progresses, but tell me about today. You know, what did you do, and how did ET help?
So from since morning, I need her help till I wake up from my bed and going to sleep, even in my sleep, because my hands and legs are not working that well. So like in the morning today, you know, she wake me up, and because we still haven't have hoist, we're still doing the hand-to-hand transferring. So she helped me with that. I'm now 76 kilo, growing big, so getting hard for her, but she doesn't complain.
You
And
enjoy your
then-
dessert, don't you?
Yeah.
You enjoy your desserts.
You can blame me. She made all those good desserts. It's not my fault.
She's an incredible cook. I know Steph and Lynn from my team have been out to visit a couple of times, and ET's cooked up a feast. So I've heard firsthand. But anyway, I'm distracted.
Yeah, you missed it. You should have come, but next time maybe.
Next time.
Yeah, then we went to the toilet. She's helping me with everything. I mean, cleaning and showering and brushing. So making myself this handsome every day.
You're a
Yeah,
very
after
handsome
that-
man, Kairul, with a smile to match.
Yeah, after that she's helping me with feeding as well. And then we sit together and we talk about everything and anything. We gossip like that's funny. We gossip about everything. Fashion to politics to religion to I don't know. Even some silly matters, you know. So and then she cooked for me lunch, dinner, even and sometimes we have to go out. So she called the cabs, make me ready, make bags and everything which I might need handy in her bags, which is going bigger and bigger day by day. She needs all those gadgets now to make me comfortable when I go out. So yeah, then we come home and in the afternoon we watch maybe TV shows, and my friends and family are very supportive, you know. They are incredible. I got my brother-in-law, sister, my aunts, my friends, and they try to contact and come almost every afternoon and staying till night, try to cheer us up. Yeah, that's how we finish our day.
Very
with
good.
a
You're a
big
very
smile.
you're a very popular man, and it's not hard to see why. I think your personality is infectious, and you've said many times you have a great network around you, and that's so important in the day-to-day care and also your life. Talk to me about your experience with MND Victoria, because as you know, and as we all know here, that it is MND Victoria providing that support to everyone in Victoria like yourself. I know you have one of our incredible advisors, Ruth, who you get on really well with. Talk to me about your experience with us at MND Vic.
Ruth is part of our inner circle now. I mean, she is so easy to talk to. You can ask her any day, anything, and she can either give you the answer. If she doesn't have it, she will make sure she will go to find it and give it to me. So, and it was funny as well the way I met to Ruth. My brother-in-law actually contacted MND Victoria, and Ruth gave me a call, and I said, why this lady is calling? she said, I just want to come in and meet you. I said, another maybe headache or so. And then she came in and she is so friendly. And she was like, giving us all the information in such a way that it is so easy. The information are all there, on the net, you can find it. But it is very hard to understand time to time. This disease is such a way, I guess. What's gonna happen, but still you don't understand this is happening right now and that what I should do. So MND Victoria helped me with everything. With the wheelchair now I'm sitting and I'm using it like 50, 60 hours a day. And I got the recliner, all the home support stuff, because I can't sleep on normal bed now. So they have provided me with the hospital beds and the inner shower stool and the toilet handrails. Almost everything which you can do, you can ask them and they can provide to you. And yeah, anything, even help with NDIS, they help me with my NDIS plan. Also with the satellite and other stuff, they are helping me. So it's like, what would I say? I'm really very grateful to them.
I can just imagine the conversations that you and Ruth would be having. We all love Ruth, but I reckon those conversations would be long and in depth and very informative and incredibly humorous at times.
Yeah, with her ideas, she can make a lot of fun, more than me.
I think you're both on par, and I'm sure she has been on the receiving end of a couple of good meals too. And I now know why she'll be out there to visit many times.
Yeah, no, still waiting for her to visit us because this house we are now moving. We have moved 4 weeks now.
Yep.
So yeah, she hasn't visited us yet, but hopefully she wanna get a big feast, and I'm also gonna join. I can, though I have the feeding tube in, but still I can eat with the mouth. So another way to enjoy life, I guess. Still I can.
That's the way.
Yeah.
I know COVID-19 really impacted the ability of our MND advisors to come and visit. But now that we're on the up and the lights well and truly at the end of the tunnel, those advisor visits are back to not quite normal, but very close to normal.
Yeah.
Also, we talk a lot about the collaboration that we at MND Victoria have with many other allied health professionals and organisations around Victoria. I was actually put in touch with you by Maddie Dezenko, one of the amazing occupational therapists at Calvary, who we've actually had on Zooming with Dan before. Maddie mentioned to me that you'd like to have a bit of a chat and share your story, which was very kind of Maddie, and I certainly know why. Talk to me a little bit about how Maddie has helped and Calvary down there in Parkdale has helped as well.
So yeah, Calvary like a special clinic only for MND. Yeah, so you go there and they're gonna provide you with any kind of help you're gonna need, neurologist to physio to OT. And so when I first met with Maddie, when she was assessing me, she said, you're gonna need this, you're gonna need that, you're gonna need that. I said, no, I'm not gonna need all those stuff. and she said, you don't have to pay, you just take them home anyway, And after the stuff arrived at home, couple of days, and then I realized, oh my God, I really need this stuff. This is helping and making my life so easy. And she is such a kind person, she will listen to you and try to help you in every way possible. So she was helping with setting up the laptop, because as you see, my voice is getting affected. So I'm recording my voice. Some audacious laughing I got. Yeah, so I can still scare my wife.
Set it as her ringtone.
Yeah, that would be great. Good idea. I would try that one. Yeah. So she is amazing. She came visit us a couple of times now.
Yep.
So when very good with my wife as well. So we are very easy with her, you know. So yeah.
Very, very good. I guess we've spoken a lot about the support here in Victoria, but something a bit different. Talk to me a little bit about MND back home in Bangladesh and what it's like.
Look, I would like to mention a couple of things to the viewers who has no idea about MND. So one thing is, this is a terminal disease, and another thing is, this gonna make you disabled. So it's 2-in-1 deal you are getting, and it progresses every second. It never stops. You can feel it inside you, the twitching and everything. And another thing is, like, as you said, that there are 400 people in Australia suffering every day. And I actually dig in, and there are also in US, Canada, UK, and we also know only their numbers, which are couple of thousand. And country like us, mine, which is very poor, they don't have those kind of infrastructure for them to help.
Yep.
So we have no number. But I can share with you a story. When I was diagnosed with MND, I saw a news on Facebook. It was a guy back home, and the doctors don't know what happened to him. And I looked at him, and I can tell that he got MND. And but no one could help him there, you know. No, nothing is there. So his story was so sad, and I told to myself how lucky I am getting the support here. Back there, it was so hard, you know. And he passed away, only diagnosed in 6 months, and it is very hard. So we don't know the number. There is no infrastructure there, and so that's why we should know more and more people what this disease is, what it can do. And any given day, you wake up in the morning and you can have it. Look, as we know, only 10% disease is genetic, and 90% anyone can have it anytime. So we must drop this one. You know, it's there for so long now, and people have suffered for so long, and that's why we need organization like MND Victoria and all the researchers to help to get a cure and provide care.
Yeah. Look, I just, the fact that you can sit there and just say how lucky you are that you have this support, it's such a conflicting emotion, because as I've said many times, I'd love to not have this job because a cure is found and this disease is no longer. But as we all know, that's not going to be the case for a while. And yeah, for you to say those words, you know, it's the reason I do what I do, and many of our team at MND Victoria and all those health professionals all across Australia and the world do what they do to provide that support. So I know that you will be a huge advocate for those back home, and you'll do your small part to try and raise the awareness at the very least of MND back in Bangladesh. I thought to finish up, you know, we've said it a lot, you are living positively, and you're not just saying it. I think you can tell pretty easily that you're getting on with life and living it as happily and as well as you can. Just to finish up, talk to me about why you want to share your story and how you can live so positively.
I guess I can live positively because the people I am surrounding in, and because the situation I have faced before. And you know, life is for me always hopeful. Even now I'm in this disease, I know maybe I'm not gonna see a cure. Maybe I would, and I would be very lucky. But on the path, I guess 7, 10, or 15 years, definitely there will be something. I know, because I I I myself, I can feel the human, you know, the I mean the positivity humankind got, and the all the trouble they face, and the way they can solve them. This is they're gonna solve them. I got this hope in my heart. You know, when I was diagnosed back 1 year, I really wish that I would be the last person diagnosed with MND. You know, and so it breaks my heart that every day, maybe somewhere, even as I said that when I did the ice bucket challenge, I never knew. Maybe if someone watching me right now or watch my video, then maybe he would have or she would have our own story. Maybe he or she or any loved one gonna go through this, and this is really thinking about it heartbreaking. But I also can see like the way Australia are helping. I mean, Neil Danny has such a inspiration, and the way we are arranging fund for research and everything. If they keep doing that, I'm definitely, I'm sure we're gonna beat this. That's what make me positive, you know, because I know, and honestly speaking, I'm very happy and proud that I call myself an Aussie now, because only if you are in my situation, you would understand that how a society and community like Australians, we call ourselves, even we come from every part of the world, and this idea we are sharing and helping each other. Even no one knows when you donate, you don't know who you are helping, but that help gonna come to you one day, you know. So that's why I'm very lucky to be in Australia, and I'm very happy, and I feel I'm very blessed, you know. So that's why I'm positive, I guess.
Yeah, what a way to wrap up, Kairul. You're amazing. I can't get enough of chatting to you, and you know, I learn something every time we do speak, and I hope your story has resonated with many others tonight, and I'm sure it has. And we had the privilege of coming out to your home last week, and we professionally shot your video, which so people will have the opportunity to see a lot more of you and your beautiful wife ET in the not too distant future. That video will be out there for all to see, and it'll really highlight a lot of what we've spoken about today. So thank you again for sharing your phenomenal story. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I can't wait to catch up again with you soon. So on that note, good night.
Bye. Thank you, Dan.